Hey everybody, welcome to AJS News. This is video 2 of 2 for today.
2, and our sponsor today is us. It's Joe right here.
It's me.
Joe
Hi, guys.
suffers from ED.
Yes,
Excessive
it is very.
demonetization.
It's very sad.
You need your help. So join our YouTube join button or support us over on Patreon. And it all goes directly towards the show. Keeps us going. If you like the content, if you like the reviews. I know the Starfield review has taken me 1 month. But if you like seeing that kind of content and want to keep us going, form the backbone of the mobile infantry, which allows us to, take hits from demonetization in YouTube and just give us a good revenue stream so we can keep bringing you all the content, guys. So consider it. Thank you so much for watching the show and subscribing and spreading the word. Let's figure out what the hell else has been happening in gaming news part 2.
Well, we got the official announcement and the reveal for Mario's new voice actor.
No.
Yeah,
it's Charlie
No,
again.
No, so
No?
well, boo.
You're sad?
Yeah, originally
You really wanted Chris Pine?
No.
What's his name?
Crisp Rat.
Chris
Pratt?
No,
Chris
I
Pine
don't
is
know.
a Star Trek guy.
Yes.
Yeah. I originally was like, boo this guy, but like, look, it's not his fault. He's got huge shoes to step in. So
Yes.
as much as I would prefer Charles Martinet. And remember, Nintendo didn't give that guy a job.
Why are we coming over just getting rid of Chris Pratt? What the fuck happened?
It was just
So
for
they
the movie.
realized
It
they
was a
made a
one-time
fucking
thing.
mistake?
It was just for the movie.
It's just for
He
the
was
movie.
just doing it for the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is video games moving
Yeah,
forward.
yeah.
Okay, I thought this was like the sequel because I'm all in movie brain now for Mario. Where's the sequel at? What's happening? Is it going to be Chris Pratt
He's got it.
in the sequel? They'll probably keep Chris Pratt.
They made $1 billion.
Yeah, why would you switch that? All right, so don't get confused like me in case you thought, oh, okay, so they're replacing the voice Chris Pratt. No. This is a video game.
Yeah, so Genshin Impact voice actor Kevin Afghani is the new voice of Mario and will be going forward. He's the voice in...
Is he a pretty good sound alike? Must be.
I listened to some of the clips from like stuff that he's done, but I didn't
But
know.
there was no Mario in there.
Yeah, so...
I still don't know
Yeah.
why.
Look, I wish this new
He's
guy
still
the
here.
best of luck. Yeah, I completely understand. And then, again,
Bummer.
they did him dirty with Charles Martinet, where they was like, he'll be an ambassador. That's not a paid
like, what is he
position. And he's
talking-
like, what is that? Is
What
it
is-
you got paperwork for that?
Yeah, because he said whatever that means.
So if you
Yeah.
see, go to
Whatever
a
that means.
convention, take a picture with him.
He is so fucking nice.
Taller than you'd think, too.
Oh yeah.
He's a tall guy.
Yeah. Okay. So, new voice actor. We also got an announcement this week that a new PS5 is coming next month. If you've ever wanted a PS5, but just a little bit smaller, you can do it. You can
A
get it
little
now.
bit smaller, more money.
Yeah. So yes, it is more money if you're getting the digital-only version. Instead of being $400, it's now $450.
No, just get a used PS5.
Yeah. There are still a bunch of people selling PS5s from back in the day. People who bought a whole bunch of them.
Good.
Thought they were gonna
Scalpers?
scalp.
Don't
And
buy it
so
from them.
it's-
Fuck 'em.
It's great, but they said it's up to 30% reduction in volume. It's 8% shorter, 8% slimmer, and its depth has been cut 17%. So if you want a smaller PS5, I mean, maybe if you have like a really small bookcase and that's the only place it can go,
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
No.
I'm good.
I just don't see a lot of But if you don't have one, now you can get one that's a little smaller.
Nice.
In dark news, Disney's reportedly looking to acquire a major publisher like EA.
Disney wants to get a big game publisher.
Get
huh?
back into games, yeah. So they got out of video games in 2016.
Yeah.
They closed Disney Infinity Studio Avalanche.
Hmm.
And EA keeps coming up on the list of studios that they're looking at. Now, EA's been kind of mentioning that there's been some people asking about acquiring them as well,
Yeah.
including NBC Universal, Amazon, and Apple. NBC Universal fell through. So EA is for sale. And they're nowhere near the size that people thought that they were going to be because the estimates were sub $10 billion, so nowhere near the size of like Activision Blizzard.
Okay.
And so if Disney's looking to get back into it, EA's already publishing a lot of
They
their games.
want to make a big splash, so that would interesting rumors there. How would you feel, Joe, about Disney owning EA? Would it make EA better? Would it make EA worse?
It's, I don't even know. I don't even know.
Yeah, Disney as a corporation. It's like I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't think
because
it
they've
makes
been
it
fucking
better.
up a lot too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you'll get Mickey Ultimate Team and like all sorts of ridiculous shit in
No.
there. The other company that was not mentioned at all in this article that made me think, it's like, well, what about Ubisoft? Ubisoft's in fucking trouble. Their stock price is lower than it's ever been. Ubisoft is already working
Get them
on
at the
some
cheaper price.
Yeah, cheaper price, and
Yeah.
Ubisoft is already working on some Disney games right now, and their Star Wars Eclipse and Star Wars Outcast and Pandora.
Oh, wow.
And
Yeah.
so there's a bunch of
Licensing.
games.
I don't know if they need to own. They just license and make money that way, but they just want to make more money. Or
Yeah,
just
according-
be in direct control.
Yeah,
Disney wants to make all
Assuming
of it.
direct control.
All of it.
Yeah, so according to Disney executives, these people at the top are telling Bob Iger, buy a video games company. EA is the one they recommend. So we may see some traction on it, but I don't know. It's like,
Man, that sucks. I just wish that I say that sucks because like I wish like I was the son of a Disney executive or somebody so that I could be like, okay, Dad, now that we own EA, here's what you're gonna do with Madden. I'm sick of this
Toy
shit.
Story mode.
Okay. Oh yeah, they did that
Oh,
recently.
yeah.
That
They are
was a
doing that.
So bad.
disaster. That
That's
was
so
what.
bad.
Remember, I think we talked about this on that, or maybe we just talked about it on our
Yeah, I
own,
think we
right?
did.
And this, they did that before in the NHL, and so I watched that video. And the NFL one was even worse than the NHL one. They're just kind of like walking around with this. It was just. They're just trying to show off new technology,
But
where you
nobody wants to watch
superimpose
that.
cartoons over, the actual
What
people
about the SpongeBob
in real
NFL?
time. But yeah, so Disney owning EA, unless they would make any changes to the microtransactions, that could be dangerous. Maybe we can come at them from the angle of think of the children, and you can trigger Disney with you thinking of the children because anytime you do anything with children, then that's when legislation comes along and all these other things. So if Disney is the one that owns the gambling fucking simulators for children, that's how we can hit them. Do it. Buy EA. Do it.
I think if Disney could legally do gambling for children, they would.
Yeah.
And like I worry about Disney because no one
They
you,
would
You don't,
they would try,
Yeah.
but I guarantee you they would fucking lose in public opinion because even what do you call them? NPCs or just people that don't know anything about gaming know about Disney, and they're like, "Say what? What are they doing to my kids now?" You know what I mean? So that could be dangerous. I don't think they're thinking about that because most of EA's games that make the money on why you would be buying EA is all fucking microtransactions, gambling simulators, and busting packs.
I don't think Disney wants to buy a company and make less money. I just worry that they maybe not direct gambling, but even more nefarious horseshit. And I don't know. I have a bad feeling about this. They're like, oh, we're gonna buy it for how many billion? We need to make sure that company's worth even more later on because Disney needs it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Unity CEO is stepping down after being a absolute.
Idiot.
Yeah, that was a nicer word. That's a much nicer word.
Absolute carrot.
Yeah.
I saw this article. It's like, I love how, the British people could like literally use any word. You blimey potato!
Turnip.
Excuse me.
You absolute carrot. What? I love it. I love
OJ
British
doesn't-
insults.
He doesn't like carrots.
It's true.
Right, so then I'm going to call you an
Pointless.
absolute carrot.
But potatoes are amazing.
Oh,
if someone
they're
called
the
me a
best.
potato, it's like, you're right. 'Cause everyone,
You're
loves,
right.
everyone loves potatoes. Everyone.
do.
You're right.
Well, Unity.
French fries.
Oh yeah, Unity was trying to do something where you make a game in their system, and then they were going to charge you a bunch of money, even if the game came out years ago, and change all the pricing. And every single indie game, and like even bigger companies, just gave them the finger, said we're going to start developing on a different platform because fuck you. And then even when Unity went back on some of that, they're like, we don't believe that if we continue to develop on this platform, that years down the line,
You're
you're not
gonna
going
do
to
this
do it again.
Yep, yep.
And so, so John is retiring from his position at the company. I don't know if this is going to, do what they want it to do. It'd be like, no, the bad man's gone. It's like, look, the bad man doesn't do it all by himself.
No.
There's
no.
all the
They're
substitutes.
like, all right, who are we gonna point to? He's like, all right, if I say this, can you guys give me a safety net? He's like, okay, you take the blame. All right,
Oh,
well,
Golden. It's like, you want to give me how many $1 million
all right, I'm leaving.
to
It was
retire?
all my fault. Wink, wink.
Oh no. Yeah. Sign me up for that golden parachute. That
Yep.
sounds amazing.
Yep.
But he's gone. I don't think anything will actually
But
change.
no, they still have terrible ideas there.
And to elaborate on how much of an idiot and how creative it is in the UK, you just stick the word "you absolute" in front of any noun or pair of nouns, and you have a perfectly acceptable.
Knob, donut, bell end,
You
turnip.
absolute bellend. You absolute. Well, now we just do random ones. You absolute radio. You absolute teaspoon. You absolute breadstick.
I like breadsticks.
Fear.
You absolute. No, it should be more fruit and vegetable. You absolute melon. All right, well, cool.
Well, we did
Love
it.
British humor.
We did it, guys.
What did we do?
Activision Blizzard is officially part of Microsoft. It happened this week. It's done. It's done.
Done.
Oh,
Finally.
the merger. Okay. Woo.
And-
we don't have to talk about it no more, or pretend that it's not gonna happen,
When everyone knew
and
it
that it
was gonna
will happen, and then everybody knows it's gonna happen because we fucking told you it would happen because there's too much money involved.
Yeah, there's different rule sets. If you're one of the poors,
You have different
You-
rules.
different
You have
rules.
lots of rules.
Yep.
If you're one of the rich and making the company a lot of money like Sniper Wolf, then you can go around and you can dox people,
Oh, yeah, the
and you
law.
will not have your channel demonetized. They'll be like, oh, how precious. She didn't understand. She's just kind of dumb in the head. She was like, my fans, should I dox this person or should I not dox the person? It was innocent.
and then
plus
tweeting, "You have a
she's
wife."
a
It's
girl
like,
or
why would you?
attractive or whatever.
That's weird. Why would you call out that he
Disagree.
has a wife
Yeah.
that lives there too? It's like that's okay.
This is my family you fucking with, and you stupid idiot.
Bobby Kotick is also going to be stepping down at the end of
Oh.
this year. So we
This is
can
all good news.
maybe we can stop fucking talking about Bobby Kotick and his Russian nesting yachts.
news.
And so
Well, he'll
he's
sail off into the
much-
sunset on his $1 billion
I was gonna
yacht.
say, how much is he gonna get
we'll
for
find
leaving?
we'll find out what that ends up looking like. But Bobby brought in James
Bobby.
Corden. You know,
What?
the James Corden, famous from the movie and Skill of Cats.
Okay.
That one guy that
So
I'm
James
sure,
Gordon, he's gonna take over for Bobby,
yeah, I'm sure dozens of people like this guy.
running the company.
And so James Corden led.
I think I heard about that he's gonna do a presentation for Guitar Hero or something.
No, he did a town hall for
Oh.
internally within the company to talk about how magic and special
What?
the leadership at Activision will continue to be once he is gone.
What a
And-
fucking bellend!
Yeah.
What an absolute melon! you bleedy carrot! You bloody carrot! Yeah. Well, okay. What a sellout! I don't understand. What is he like? Fucking fellatiate? What is he? I don't know. He's sucking off Bobby. What's
He
happening?
got
here?
paid. He's like, look, I think his show got canceled and Cats didn't do very well, and I don't.
Oh,
I
that's
think the
right.
British are done with
he
him.
wasn't Cats.
And then so
Everyone hates him.
And so there's got to be someone. And so Bobby Kotick. It's
Who
like
better to talk about corporate bullshit
Yeah.
than James
James Corden.
Corden?
Also, we got actual more good news is Activision Blizzard expects to add games to Game Pass this next year. So this is another thing that we've been talking about. Game Pass is already an amazing deal.
Yes.
And if we start adding things like Modern Warfare
Yeah.
and Diablo.
That shit is gonna get wild, but we'll probably have a price
Price
increase of
increase.
$2-3 or
Oh,
whatever.
no doubt.
But honestly, it's a good deal now. I still recommend this. At the same time, it is the erosion of our physical copies, and that depresses me.
Yeah.
The age of owning your games and having those cool little libraries and shelves
Still got
and
this
stuff
VHS.
seems to be coming to an end.
I
No
only
matter how much us old men rail against it. Hey, yeah! Back in my day, you own your video games, you could play when the internet is out. And now you can't do none of that shit. You don't own your video game, it could be revoked from you because it's a license agreement. It's not actually a game. But
Unless you buy it on things like Good Old Games, there's some, but you don't.
yeah,
you don't
there's
have to-
some bastions.
still
of-
need
of
the
good.
internet and,
Yeah.
and things like that.
And that's why we gotta support the bastions. Of
Yeah.
good.
Overwatch is also in the news.
It's the
Did
worst
you know,
game ever.
On Steam for now. Just wait till some of the other games migrate over
Tomorrow.
yeah. Diablo 4 is having a collab with Overwatch. You could be Lilith for healer Moira. There's also an Arius and some other things.
Are
And
they just copying Call of Duty? Isn't
Well,
the
no,
Call of
it's
Duty
their
in that?
property, Joe.
Yeah, it's
so
all-
they can do it for free, and it's genius for
free.
them.
It would be amazing, but the
Yeah.
problem is,
Oh, wait a minute.
It's
That's
not free.
hilarious that I said that. Because they could literally do it for free. There's no cost in licensing those characters from next door. So why pass the cost to the fucking gamers, Joe?
Yeah, shut it.
so
We
they
need money.
Oh, that's right. It costs a lot of money to do the licensing and the
very
skins.
very premium.
The guy has to walk next door and get the character model.
Yeah, so they gated these skins behind the Ultimate Battle Pass, which is $40. Now, last season's Premium Battle Pass was $40, but that's the one that had the story missions and the other content. This one,
Imagine spending fucking $60 or $40 and then $40 again and then $40 again and then $40 again and then $40 again for Overwatch. Fuck that.
yeah.
Sorry.
So people are super upset about it.
Yeah,
They're
good.
like, there's no reason to buy this stuff. This is my main character anyway. I'm not
Good.
giving you $40 for one fucking skin and no missions. No
Well, yeah,
other
there was
things.
supposed to be missions and more substantial stuff. I can see maybe if we're talking about single player content, maybe doing some wild Fortnite event where you actually collect an armor and loot and shit within the actual Overwatch game, level up your little fucking skin. All that requires effort,
Yeah.
and
No thanks.
they ain't got none of that.
Yeah. So if you want it, it's $40. I think it's way. I mean,
You shouldn't want
Way
it for
overpriced.
you can buy so many indie games. You can buy amazing games on
You could buy-
sale.
yeah.
Like,
You could buy full games, or not full, AAA games that are on sale.
yeah. So there's absolutely no reason
It's a
to
scam.
buy it, and people are upset. And I hope that Overwatch
Yeah.
continues to be the worst game on Steam.
Yeah, save your money for that upcoming RTS RPG fusion that dares to ask big questions like, what if Vikings rode dinosaurs?
I've always thought that.
Build
I've
castles
always thought that.
and ride dinosaurs. You always thought that? Why didn't the Vikings ride dinosaurs? It's called Dino Lords, Joe, and here's a trailer for it. It's like
You son of a bitch. I'm
RTS
in.
Age, you son of, I knew you'd like that. A fucking, Warcraft, Stronghold, Age of Empires, just with dinosaurs. Cool.
Just so you guys know,
Save your money. Don't buy the fucking Overwatch skins, please.
well, so Overwatch skins can usually be acquired by completing levels in its normal battle pass, just to like.
Grinding at ridiculous lengths of time.
But you can get them for free.
Okay.
Now you cannot anymore. Now they have these ones because
Oh! What?
yeah, they're only.
You can't get these?
No, these are only behind the $40 battle pass. You have to buy the super premium ultra edition.
Well,
or you
you
can.
could fuck right off.
Yeah.
So I thought at least we can fall back on that. That you if you want to waste your life, waste your time on the same game when there's so many awesome games to play, especially a game that's taking advantage of you, you could just try to play a lot and get those skins for free.
Yeah, so a lot of comments are like, I thought the only reason the previous season's Ultimate Bundle was $40 was due to the Invasion campaign missions, as well as the fact that you got 3 legendary skins. So it makes no sense that they took away the bulk of everything and then the price remains. And then also to remind everyone, last August, Blizzard sent out a survey asking players if they'd be willing to pay $45 for new hero skins. And apparently...
Enough people said yes.
enough people-
100% said yes.
Yeah.
So that
No,
so
who'd
that
you
they
give
can.
this to?
Well, they're claiming that these are legendary skins, I suppose, and so you have to pay for them because you paid for the previous.
Exclusive, legendaries. Like, just because you put those words doesn't make it good.
Yeah. But the next time we do a demon, it'll be a different demon. It won't be...
This one has red tint, not the
yeah.
blue tint.
No, that's Apex.
This is motherfucking sleet behavior. That's deep cut for Angry Joe Show fans.
All right.
Sleet behavior, right, Joe? This ain't Blizzard.
Nope.
This is sleet.
It's a little late sleep.
All right, that's what I got for this one.
Okay, I got 2. One is Ubisoft. Alex's favorite company is their Xdefiant, which I hear some people are saying was pretty good. I think this is the game that was going to go up against, similar kind of shooters, Hyenas, which is now canceled, so you'll never. Everybody over at Xdefiant is like, yeah, one more person we don't have to compete against. So you think it would come out? It was supposed to launch this month, in fact, October, but it has been delayed again.
Ubisoft delay a game.
Yeah. It's a free-to-play competitive first-person shooter. And and game was supposed to launch with a preseason this month, but developers cite inconsistencies in the game experience.
What?
I probably wouldn't say that in public. Following what the developers describe as inconsistencies in the game experience has been delayed to an unspecified date. Oh, wow. Okay.
Do you guys remember Skull and Bones?
Do y'all remember
Good
that
and
game?
Beyond
No,
Good and
Joe,
Evil?
that game has inconsistencies in the game experience, so that one was delayed. And this one now has inconsistencies in the game
It has
experience.
been delayed.
I think it has something to do with not wanting to compete with Counter-Strike 2, which was just released, and the imminent launch of Modern Warfare 3, even though it's not even really a game, it's just tricking everybody. But they don't really want to get crushed. And honestly, they probably would get crushed, if they came around Call of Duty.
What was that other shooter that we played for about 15 minutes before we got bored that they told us they would pay us money to play?
Hyperscape.
Yeah.
Hyperscape.
They don't want another one of those.
That was Ubisoft too.
Yeah, they're
Jesus
like, hey,
Christ.
we'll give you $15 in-game currency if you play the game. It's like, nah.
Yeah, thank you to everybody who participated in the recent public test session. I didn't. I also missed the Modern Warfare 3 beta. Is that still going?
I think it ended this weekend.
Yeah.
Did y'all play that?
No.
Of course. All right, surface some inconsistencies in the game experience we need to address prior to launching our preseason. We made the hard decision to delay the preseason of Xdefiant. We are working to address these issues and testing them to make sure we deliver on the goal of being the best-in-class arcade shooter. We will share more information about the preseason and testing as it comes. But trying to delay a game launch in this area, unless it comes out, and if it's just I think they're delaying it in the next year, because it's so rare that games come out December. There's a few coming.
But this is
There's
a free to play
Pandora.
though, so that does help them because you don't have to
so
purchase it.
right, so they might still be able to put this thing out in November, weeks after Modern Warfare 3 comes out, or in December, where they feel like they're not competing against anything except for maybe Pandora as a first-person shooter, but. A free-to-play first-person shooter probably picks up different things. So it features factions from Far Cry, Division, Watch Dogs, Clancy Games, Splinter Cell. It's Ubisoft's licensing thing where they smash them all together and put it into free-to-play game and ask you to buy skins and bullshit like that.
I was in until you told me all that shit. It's like, I don't like any of those franchises anymore.
Yeah. Well, Ubisoft badly needs to get this one right because. They've been kind of flailing
What's their last
in the competitive
hit?
Their last hit was Hyperscape. No.
Valhalla sold decently well. I hear Mirage isn't doing very well.
Well, in this space, in first-person shooters, I guess Far Cry. Yep. And then finally, I've got one Omni-Man in Mortal Kombat 1. We're going to try to show the trailer. Joe, cut this thing so that
so you can see no
because
blood.
it's basically it's going to be a 10-second long trailer here because it is done justice. If you look at Omni-Man, who is coming to Mortal Kombat 1, he is literally using all of his best moves from what we've seen in the cartoon, and it looks great, and the comics. So. Just a brutal series of moves, and Mortal Kombat is very fun. And we cannot show you. Around 21 seconds, Omni-Man grabs his opponent's ankle, swings him around like a morning star, smashes them into Earth, and then does one of them brutal that he does to his son.
Just want to do a little pulp.
Pummels the opponent into just pulp.
That's so cool.
But yeah, his moves are awesome. He can slam into the ground, go into underground like a metro station, and hold you up and like have a fucking train smash into you with everything. It's just great. Invincible. In fact, I think Invincible just released their trailer. Maybe I might have to do the trailer reaction to Invincible Season 2. So perfect timing. That's coming very soon. So yeah, and I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned this week for the Starfield review and catching up with a lot of the games that are coming out and about to come out, such as King Kong Skull Island.
It's gonna be so
And
fucking
when does
good.
Spider-Man come out? That's next week, I think, right? Yeah, the 20th. So,
It's gonna be so good.
or that's at the end of this week, I think. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. We will see you on the next Angry Joe show. Bye, everybody.